Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Projection Screen Paint using ambient projection technology gain. I'm just sharing a little bit of my downtime with you all. So this is what I like to do when I want to sit back and just relax. I have lights out. Usually I have my lights on in all my demonstrations, but sometimes I like to sit back and enjoy my environment with my lights out. I love displaying fish before I actually get online and have an argument match with my friend. Let me see. Tea. I told you I love tea. So let's see. It's my favorite right there. All I love is all different forms of tea. I tell people, if you get me anything for my birthday, get me tea. So this is how I break down my day. Beautiful, ain't it? Got me another giant area rug for in here. And I'm thinking about swapping this rug out right here. I'm gonna get rid of that rug. I'll probably get another one of these lighter rugs like this, like these light blue rugs. Go up and match my screen. So I'm gonna actually order one of those tomorrow. I'm gonna swap this one out and get another one of these blue rugs. I love these blue rugs right here. And that'll match my screen perfectly. Get myself some tea. So I figure at the end of the day, I need to relax. So I can be upstairs in my circuit board gaming room. And I know I put my tea out of a pan. I used to have a giant percolator in here, but it had some problems with it. It was developing some form of strange rust at the bottom, and I had to get rid of it. But I'm going to buy another percolator. Sure, my knobs are off. Tea smells real good. I love this one the most. Check my, this is what keeps my tea warm. Find that trigger button, there it is. This is what I mean by God is good. At the end of the day, I get to spend my time in my little relaxation. All this knowledge came from God, whether people want to accept it or not. So people are always asking, what do your screens look like with the lights out? And here you go. I think I'm gonna do the kitchen with something else. I got some more colors I want to add to the kitchen. Not too much. Do some LED lights in the cabinet real quick. So I'm gonna sit back and let y'all check out my environment while I get myself ready for a nice hot cup of tea and relax. Let me get my stand over here. Let's see, I think I'm gonna be over here today. I'll sit over here. I just click this up in here like that. we go. So y'all can see the ceiling and everything else. So the ceiling has invisible coating on it. Same technology we're going to be using for 3D mapping. It's the same technology that sits right on top of my ceiling. So it doesn't change the structure of the ceiling or the color, but it allows me to be able to, I'm pretty sure this thing goes a little higher than that. Let me see something for a minute. There we go. So the same thing you see on my ceiling, there's all kinds of technology in my house that you don't know that actually exists. Ceiling's coated with an invisible coating. This is the same technology you're going to be using for 3D mapping. It heightens the color. Allows these little portable projectors to produce much vivid, much more colorful images instead of them washing out. So that's a test run on top of the screen. And this is the black technology that is supposed to be so dark you can't see it. Decided to swap out my rug. So this is the new one that came today. Decided to take the rug that was in here, put it in here in the theater room. And then tomorrow I'm going to swap out that rug for another one of these. I like these particular rugs. They're nice, very comfortable on the feet. Depends where you want to sit at. There's the sky blue technology right there. And my neighbors are across the street trying to get a peek in the house. Let's sit back in the chair over here. My sloths. And have a look at the ceiling. Telling you, best invention are LED lights. These things are amazing. It's like being in another world. And of course, you've seen the gaming room with the giant circuit board floor. Yeah, I think it's freaking amazing. But I'm not going up there today. And there is the short throw projector. Now, if you notice that a light that's cascading off the projector reflects a little bit off the wall, but the minute it hits a black screen, it completely disappears. And then it connects to the ceiling, and the ceiling absorbs all the excess light, which means there's no light pushing off in any direction. It's all absorbed to the ceiling. Very relaxed already. Oh, it's lit. I love it. Thank you so much, Mickey. Well, the whole purpose was in the morning, it's an everyday house, and at night, I just want to do something different, like create another world. And then I went online, I was checking out all these people that were doing all these LED lights in their homes. One person just had nothing but LED lights. He wasn't even running his regular lights. He was just running nothing but LED lights through the house. I thought that was freaking wild. I'll show you something even crazier, Mickey. Even crazier. We're going to go upstairs to the gaming room. I'll show you the light setup I got up there. It's berserk. staircase too. These lights used to chase, but for some reason they kept interfering with my lights upstairs in the gaming room, so I had to remove them and put them back in. Yeah. You want to see something interesting? See these lights right here? These are the lights that they use for hotels. Now there's two different forms of LED lights. They're the ones that everybody uses like these. And then there's a more professional version of them that basically they use for hotels and storefronts for lighting cabinets and stuff like that. These lights are really, really bright. So I broke the cover to the remote control because I dropped it. But it does come with a remote control. And these things are actually brighter than my overhead light. And they use less power. So I keep these in. I can run them all day, all night. And it doesn't cost me a lot of money. It's more money for me to run these lights than it is to run these. So what I'm planning to do is, they're like 25 bucks. And I just got this little strip right here, and it's how much light I'm getting in the hallway. On top of that, I can change my settings on how I want my lights, how dim I want them. So I like that, you know. So this is just for tests. Once I get the rest of the lights run all through, all this will be hidden. You won't see any of that. I'm looking at some tutorial videos on how to hide the wires and stuff like that. So I'm planning to do in here and get rid of, not use these lights anymore. And I'm going to do the bathroom and my office. That's what I'm going to do. It's brighter in here than it is in my office. And there's 2 light bulbs in my ceiling. So I kind of did the math to figure out exactly how much more money it cost me. And it's cost me less money to run these than it is to run those. So this right here is the gaming room. So I'm going to show you something interesting. The entire floor is matte with chasers. Just about everything in here is matte with a chaser. So I have the PS4 downstairs because I'm doing some gaming with a friend, but I'll show you the lights and stuff. Here's the gaming chair. So there's a system on how I have to do this because only one light triggers off interesting. So it's the main lights. So I'll show you. We're going to plug those in first. They're going to trigger in red. Those, we want them to go in blue. That's what we want. Because I want it to look like a circuit board. So all I have to do is change these over to blue. And that's to switch them over to a circuit. See how the one circuit go at a time? That's a circuit right there. But I need the blue circuit. Now I'll chase to the floor. So the object of doing the circuit board is to basically chain all the lights so they go in different directions, but they look like they're going in the same direction. All right, so we have these running now. Now we go over and we turn on these. So those run into the big screen and they wrap around the big screen and then they go into the side of the chair. Now the chair is designed to make it look like it's being charged, right? So there's LED lights, if I get this right. Oh no, did I disconnect my LED lights from my chair? I probably did. Let me see where we're going with this. LED lights from my chair. Plugged into here. Plugged into there. All right. Let me see. Hopefully we got the right ones. Nope, they're not activating. Hopefully I probably got a wrong remote control. We'll figure that one out. They should be activating. These are activating. These are solid blues. But these, under the chair, are supposed to be activating. So, oh, disconnection right there. Right there, disconnection. What else got disconnected? So just that and that. All right, just give me about a minute. Somehow my pins in the back got disconnected. And I don't even know how even what about. So let's get those back in there. Let me see if we got them joined together. Should have taped those together. That's what I should have did, but I didn't tape them. So let's try it again. Nope. Nah, it's when you run so many of these things together. And I have to make sure I got them lined up. Because there you go. See, there's a little piece in the front that allows you to line them up. But actually, I'm behind the back of my chair doing this, so great. Don't even know how these went about getting disconnected, to tell you the truth, honestly. And I don't want to have to go in and reconnect these things, because lifting up your lounge chair. There we go. Connection complete. There we go. It probably happened, knowing me, because I game on this thing and my chair swivels back and forth, and I probably swiveled the chair and pulled it right out, and that's what I probably did. All right, so there we go. So now you can see that the chair lights up on the bottom. So it's made, the floor is made to design to look like a circuit board. So we're not done yet. We still have more lights to go. So now we have these lights running here. All right, let me see what's going on here. Sorry about that. Let me check out something real quick. Just give me a minute, people. This is my my gaming room. We call it junk room, gaming room, whatever you want to call it. It's giant size Groots and you name it. I've got everything in here. Gears of War Lancers and Thor hammers, and this is a closet right here full of junk. Even Halo helmets, everything. All this stuff is in here, just piled up. Got no place to put it. And I'm not going to set it up in the gaming room, because the gaming room is just strictly for my chair and my it's just strictly for my chair and my screen. That's it. I'm not putting anything in here. I don't want the room cluttered up. Let's see what went on over here. I may have to run a little tape in here on the ceiling, because this room does generate a lot of heat, and I don't know if the tape may be messing with the adhesive, which it shouldn't do that at all, period. But I'm gonna have a look, and I have to be really careful where I set things down, because I don't want to crush any of the lights. So let's see what went on over here. See right here, we have a little disconnection issue right here. This shouldn't have happened. So we're gonna have to basically do something. I'm gonna have to get some heavy Velcro, and that's what I have to do for that right there. All these little problems that pop up like this from time to time. Extension cord is a bit too heavy. So that's what I have to do. Get something heavy in there to attach that, because that shouldn't have came unhooked. So what I have to do is just get some heavy Velcro and hook that up. Let me get a piece of Velcro, run that across, and get this all fixed up in here. And I'm gonna have to see those over there, they're anchored already. I never got around to anchoring these. I don't know why I didn't. My laziness. With all the projects I got going on in the house right now. Right now I'm downstairs building a screen for 3D mapping. So I'm building that right now, this crazy screen I'm designing. And I want to come in here and I want to anchor all these wires. All these wires are going to be hidden. I just haven't had time to get around to it. No, you don't want that crap. I have one. I have one downstairs. It's a pain in the freaking neck. I hate that thing. I do. Number one, it's always freaking listening, so I don't like that. Not a big fan of that. It's like having a listening device in your house. You know, I don't like those things at all, period. I'm not hooking that thing up. I got one downstairs. I unplugged that thing. I had it for like probably about a week and I unplugged it. I was like, nope, no, I don't like this. Where somebody mentioned her name on a commercial and she said, I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are listening. I bet you're listening every freaking day. No. How old are you, Alex, by any chance? I'm curious. How old are you? because, you know, I'm not trying to put a bunch of conspiracy theories in your head or anything, but, you know, one of the things that the government would really love is to be able to have cameras in your homes. You know that? And they got to find a way to ease it in there. You know, they got to find a way to ease it in there. And that's why you had these Connects, like the Connects that they had for the Xbox. That sucker had a heat signature attached to it. That thing could basically thermal heat and scan your entire house to let you know if your house is big enough in order to play that application. But where does all that information go to? Because it's got to go somewhere. Somebody's got to be receiving it from somewhere. Even when I sit there and I tell people, look, you get on these gaming systems, start running off at the mouth. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Did you ever read through Microsoft's policy claim on their when you go to sign up for Xbox Live, and you go to sign up for PS4? You ever read their policy? Within their policy, it says that they have a right to basically use anything, they can record anything that you say in their policy. It says that. And they can use it against you. Heck no. I only do chat rooms with just friends, and that's it. And after that, that's it. People in there talking about conspiracy theories. All right, so I got to come here tomorrow. I got some heavy Velcro right here, and I got to seal that down a little better because over here, we have the same setup here, but everything over here is locked in place. It's all locked in place pretty well, so I don't never have to worry about this pulling out, yanking down, but I got lazy over there. All right, so let's plug these in. So for those you're thinking, okay, how come you don't have them all linked together? You can't do that with these lights. LED lights, after you run 3 of them, some you can do a long run, but some of them you can't. So these particular ones, the chasers, you can get up to 3 lights, 3 strips of lights to run, and then after that, they go dim. So it's not enough power. So you have to figure out exactly where your next connector is going to go, and if the remote control is going to activate both of them at the same time. If it doesn't activate both of them at the same time, then you're going to have a circus of colors in here that you definitely don't want to be dealing with. So these lights that connect to here go from here to here to here. Because I did have them running off one power supply, but when they got to here, they became real dim and you couldn't see them anymore, which means there wasn't enough power in that power supply to run those. That is the 135, which actually connects to the floor and then connects under the chair to make like the chair is on a power. These lights in the front are actually running off the 100-inch screen. No, they actually run off the main lights here. The 100-inch screen lights run from here, up to here, up to here to here, back into the screen, and they run all the way up to the power of the sound bar. So I'm gonna plug those in next. And we'll turn off our lights so you can see the effect. So they run from here. Oh, that's the retro gaming console system I'm building. There's actually black screen paint painted there. And there is a Chrissy projector that actually projects my old school games on there with the subwoofer and all these glow-in-the-dark paint. So this is where they all connect at, from the back of the chair. And then they go from here. We got it running from here, up in here, back in there. And this is what they look like. Giant circuit board. That's what I want the floor to look like. That the floor is actually communicating. Hold on, that's my friend wanting to game. I made a very powerful mistake. I forgot another set of LED lights here. There's another set that actually runs through here. You have no idea what I have to go through to do that. I have to reset the entire thing. All right, so that you get a chance to see what the reset looks like. All right, so as long as you just memorize it, it's pretty not that bad. I should have everything on a kill switch. So that's my friend texting me right now because she wants to get online and game. She's gonna have to wait a minute. All right, so we got to reset the whole thing. So how we reset the whole thing, because these main lights right here are the only ones when you turn them on that come on in red. You have to change those manually with the remote control. All the rest of them would trigger off in blue. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. All right, I'm just thinking about basically just getting massive kill switches in here, just having everything hooked up to a kill switch and just shut them all at the same time. All right, so what we got to do now is we have to disconnect. I'm gonna turn these off. I guarantee my neighbors right now, look at them right across the street. All the lights on, like, what's he doing over there? My neighbors are so nosy. Take out the floor. So it's a system, trust me. I mean, keep in mind, this is the rough copy of it. When I move and get the other place, this is all practice for me, because then I can put better ideas into it. So our lights are dead. So what I should have did was, this is the main light source. I should have plugged it in here. This is where it should have went. And we have to disconnect this one. All right, so we're gonna plug in the main light source. Because I was looking at the lights, wait, we're missing more lights on the floor. There's more lights supposed to activate on the floor. All right. Activate these. They should flash in red, see? They're gonna flash in red first. So these have to be manually changed. Now, if I try to turn all the lights on and try to turn these to blue, every last one of these lights would trigger off in a different color, and it is a nightmare to get them back. So we go back to the circuit board. I just have to remember to attach all the lights. But next time I do this, and I learn, next time have them all on one big switch, which I'm gonna do the next time. Do it all on one switch. But this place is just practice for me. So I'm learning stuff as I'm here. All right, so this is where I messed up. This one is gonna connect in here in the front. It's gonna flash blue. There you go, they flash blue. These are the ones that are supposed to go in. They should be for that one over there. There you go. I thought I was missing some more, because there's supposed to be ones that are supposed to be running across the floor. I'm like, wait a minute, we're missing lights. This, on this side are these. There we go. The only ones that don't trigger off in blue right from the door are the main ones. I don't know why, they just don't. But it just works this way. And there we go. Now we got the whole floor to light up. There we go. This is what it's supposed to look like. Giant circuit board. And the best lights to get for these are the ones that are black, because the black ones cloak better in the dark, and it looks like the whole entire floor is all lit up. So people have asked, have I tripped over these lights? I have trained myself when I walk in here where to step and how to step. So it's kind of like playing hopscotch when you walk in here. But I freaking love it. Just wanted something different. And like I said, I think my friend said, you have addiction to LED lights. I know you do. So that's the LED lights in here. I'm going to do the ceiling just a little bit, not too much. I'm just going to have one that's going to zigzag from here, and it's going to connect in there, have a soft glow around that light at the top, and have another one zigzag across. Just a little bit for the ceiling. I was going to do the corners, but it was just too much. It was just way too much. I'm going to branch out the lights so they're far enough apart Or I still have that little black spot in there, you know what I mean? It looks like a little grid board in there, or breadboard, but didn't want to actually put them too close together. All right, so let's knock them out because I'm going back downstairs to the fantasy world. Take these all out. If I ever get my hands on one of the new console systems, I will be able to have some fun. But right now I can't get one. But I'll get one sooner or later. So this room is finished with LED lights. There's no more LED lights that have to be in here at all. What if my staircase lights changed? Oh no, they're still in blue. See, that's the problem I had. The lights I had in that room was somehow interfering with the lights in here. It's another thing you got to go through too. Your lights could sometimes interfere with other lights around the house. I guarantee you the ones in the kitchen's triggered. But for some reason, the ones on the kitchen and the cabinet, they have to come down. I have to put new ones in there because for some reason they trigger off every time. That's my friend bugging me again. I explain to people, and they don't understand when I tell them, so look, if I hang up on you twice, that means I'm in a live stream. And they will call me, these are my friends, will call me 4 or 5 times, knowing I said this to them crystal clear. And then when I say, hey, look, there you go, I told you kitchen one's trigger. They're the only one's trigger. So these got to be swapped out. You got to take these out. This runs up a whole different system in here, so these got to go. So I'm going to order some new ones and take those out. Now, for those of you who are curious why I put my kitchen in pink, actually, I didn't plan to have it in pink. I actually did these cabinets first, here, here, and here, and this runs all along here, on the top, and down the side of my refrigerator, because I had so many lights. I was like, no, I'm going to do the side of the refrigerator too. So I started off with them in white, because the original lights underneath here, which are these right here that came with the house, they were in white, but they were these big bright lights. I didn't like them. So when I came in here one day and I was switching through the lights, and it actually kicked over to pink. And I was like, I kind of like this. So I did this one first. Then I did the bottom of the cabinets here next. And then I got another set of lights and I did them from here to here. And then everything in the kitchen was in pink. And then I said, you know what? I want a nice sky blue in here, like Miami Vice. I'm thinking like, you know, Miami Vice from Grand Theft Auto. I want that kind of look in here. So I went with a nice single sky blue. Not too much, but enough to just set off the entire environment with a little bit here and there. Then later on, I'll probably get some, I don't know, some palm trees, some glow-in-the-dark neon palm trees, something with a little Miami kind of style to it, retro style to it. But, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go contact my friend before she goes crazy. Yeah, I like the pink. I do like the pink. It's beautiful. And pink makes you happy. It does. It does make you happy. When I go in the kitchen, like, yeah, make Pop-Tarts. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here real quick. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for coming and spend some time and see how I relax in the house and all, you know, the screens and all. But thank you all. Be safe out there, and God bless.